All right, let's jump right in. Welcome to today's Explainer, where we're looking at something incredibly fun and visually fascinating. We're going to explore a cohesive design project that literally bridges the gap between physical apparel and digital UI development. We're talking about a specialized interactive React application built to house a custom-designed digital plushie collection. But here's the kicker. These aren't just random drawings. They are meticulously styled based on real-world fashion blueprints. Throughout this explainer, we're going to dive into three primary outfit categories: summer and swimwear, active sports, and cozy loungewear. And we'll see exactly how this digital gallery lets you interact with these designs through specialized filter systems and some really clever custom tools.
The absolute crux of this whole project is the translation process. Think about taking a real-world human fashion reference, like a distinct maroon bikini, and translating it into the squishy, stylized dimensions of a digital plush doll. It's like a giant puzzle. The proportions have to completely change to fit this adorable, rounded aesthetic, but the core fashion concept has to remain entirely intact. The plushie keeps the exact color palette, the specific cut of the swimwear, and even the stylistic placement of the ties. It's a perfect example of adapting a physical aesthetic for a highly stylized digital format without losing its original identity.
So, let's start with our first category, summer and swimwear styles.
This collection is all about capturing tactile details. Consider the classic light pink bikini design. What's amazing here is the texture. Even though we know this is a flat, 2D digital image sitting inside a React app, the shading and the soft lines of those dainty ties at the hips make it feel like a physical plush toy you could literally reach out and grab. It nails that breezy beach motif while staying true to the incredibly cozy, rounded vibe of the character base.
Now, what's super clever is how these categories actually start to overlap. Some swimwear pieces cross over with sporty themes. We see a return to that beautiful maroon color, but right next to those dainty ties, there's a tiny embroidered yellow tennis ball and a light blue racket directly on the outfit. This shows how the designers are just having fun with it, letting elements of activewear organically bleed right into the summer swimwear styles. It gives the digital character a very specific personality.
Which leads us perfectly into Section 2, active sports and tennis.
The standout pieces in this athletic category are these incredibly vibrant, sporty leotards in yellow and blue, along with complex, layered looks like vests over sweatshirts. The color contrast here is fantastic, pale yellow and soft blue popping against deep maroon bottoms. It's a much more layered, complex look than the bikinis. You can easily make out the distinct hemlines and the way the digital fabric seems to stretch over the plush figure. It communicates this great active energy, but, still looks undeniably cuddly.
This whole activewear vibe is just brilliant. It's totally distinguished by these embroidered tennis rackets and balls that show up everywhere. You might have a character bundled up in a cozy light blue hoodie actually holding a plush tennis racket, while another sports a blue and pink layered sweatshirt with the racket and ball embroidered directly onto the fabric, all topped off with a cute purple beanie. The theme isn't just a one-note joke. It's expressed through physical accessories the character holds and baked right into the garments themselves.
And finally, our third category, cozy loungewear and pastels. This aesthetic is completely dominated by soft, soothing pastel palettes. Imagine a beautifully oversized pastel lavender hoodie paired with matching mint green sweatpants. The little drawstrings, the front pocket, a tiny backpack decal, literally every single detail is designed to evoke a warm, bedroom-mighty feeling. The designers explicitly focused on pure comfort here, and it really shines through in these soft color choices that sharply contrast with the high-energy athletic wear we just looked at. And it's not just the clothes, it's the little things. There are playful patterns and really thoughtful accessories scattered all throughout this cozy lineup. One plushie might be rocking a pink sweater accented perfectly with a chunky black and white beaded necklace, while another wears a similar pink loungewear set but accessorized with the delicate hair clip. These small, deliberate styling choices are what elevate the whole thing from a simple folder of drawings to a highly curated digital fashion line. These designs lean heavily into that comforting vibe by using playful patterns to make the 2D art feel highly textured. For instance, those light blue hoodies aren't just a flat, solid color. They're covered in these fluffy, white cloud motifs. By weaving these patterns into the cozy loungewear, the designers are visually reinforcing the feeling of softness. It's just a fantastic trick to make a digital asset feel tangible to the viewer. All right, moving on to Section 4, the interactive digital experience. Because these plushies don't just sit in a static folder, they live inside a specialized React application packed with capabilities. It features an interactive slideshow with autoplay, an intuitive category filter system so you can easily sort between swimwear, sports, and cozy, and a suite of immersive tools. Oh, and when you're browsing, you're accompanied by these amazing squishy synth audio cues that perfectly match the soft visual aesthetic. It transforms a simple image gallery into a multi-sensory interactive presentation.
With the collector comparison spec, users can actually do exactly what we did earlier, analyze the transformations side by side. You can pull up the human fashion references, the real-world blueprints, and compare them directly with the finalized, stylized plush dolls. It's an absolute goldmine of a tool for anyone interested in character design or fashion translation, letting you literally peek behind the curtain of the creative process.
But I think my absolute favorite part is the Lifestyle Matchmaker quiz. Instead of just passively scrolling, the app asks you a series of cozy choice questions to compute an immediate character suggestion. It turns passive viewing into a fun thought exercise. The app's logic processes your answers and matches you with your perfect plushie companion. Maybe you're a yellow and blue sporty leotard kind of person. Or maybe you're destined for the lavender and mint green loungewear. It makes the digital collecting experience incredibly personal.
And the customization doesn't stop there. Once you find your match, the interactive Color Studio lets you play with simulated hair color shifts and accessories. You aren't locked into the default designs at all. If you match with the light pink bikini plushie but want to see what it looks like with a new hair color or a totally different accessory, the Color Studio lets you tweak those styling accents interactively. You're essentially becoming a co-designer.
Ultimately, this whole application beautifully bridges the gap between physical aesthetics and UI development. To quote the creators, it is a cohesive design project that transforms real-world fashion concepts into a playful digital experience. By marrying meticulous fashion references with advanced app features like the Matchmaker quiz and Color Studio, they've taken digital assets and turned them into something truly engaging.
So I hope this explainer leaves you eager to check out the interactive gallery for yourself, but it also begs a huge, fascinating question about the future of digital art and, frankly, your own closet. We've seen how effectively swimwear, active sports gear, and loungewear can be translated into interactive digital plushies. So what's the next frontier? Could we see high-fashion runway looks get the squishy aesthetic treatment? What about vintage 70s disco attire? The possibilities for blending real-world style with interactive UI are literally endless. Think about your favorite outfit right now and imagine how it would look inside that interactive Color Studio. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive into Plushie Couture.